Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another Saturday night with me, Jimmy Codger, and tonight it is the grand final of my Btcc championship that I've been running for the last 6 weeks or so, 6 rounds. This is the final now, what it's all been building up to. Usual mic check, please, from someone in the chat. I know Danny's normally very good on this. Before I sit here talking to myself, we've got Mike is good, thank you, Danny. Well, what we're watching here is the just a few laps from the feature race last week at Dragon Trail Gardens Reverse, where the umbrellas were definitely needed, although we can't say it here. What a race this was! Absolutely fantastic battling all the way, all night. It was a great one to watch. So, apologies for the delay, ladies and gents. I had a few technical issues. Stream wasn't going live for some reason. No idea what the issue was, so I had to keep trying it, and eventually we got going. So, apologies for the delay. So, I'll quickly come out of this now, and we'll get the lobby open. We've got something special tonight, so keep your eyes peeled, ladies and gentlemen. For the start of this, fingers crossed it'll work. So before I go any further, no surprises for guessing who's going to be joining me on the microphone this evening in the comms box. It's the one and only Adam Bath. Are you there, sir?
I am still here. You don't get rid of me that easily. I'm better behind the microphone than I am behind the wheel, so I think I'm safe at this end.
Well, I have tried, but to no avail.
No, I've lost my touch somewhat. If you've seen my result in the Bathurst race last week, it was absolutely appalling. So when you said, "Oh, would you like to drive in this one?" I was like, "No."
It was better than my result, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, that's true.
We won't go into that too much.
We won't go into that detail, but yeah, I think I'm better sitting this side of the wheel, I think, rather than the proper side.
I'm sure a lot of people would agree with that. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you on the mic. I couldn't have done it without you, mate. It's your knowledge and banter, stroke, piss taking.
I was going to say insults, but yeah, whichever. No, I mean it's been a fantastic championship. It's been, I've said it all year. It's been one step up from the last couple of seasons. Somehow we've managed to improve it year on year on year, and here we go. Three drivers in with a fight for the championship.
I know, it's incredible, isn't
it? Yeah, it feels like the season's only just started, and here we are at the last event. It's incredible. But
I always say this, don't I?
It's been absolutely brilliant.
I wish I'd done more, but then it's hard to fit so many rounds into your work schedule, but I think we might do a few more next time out. But before we go any further, I'm just gonna, before the red mist descends and the visors go down and we don't see them or hear from them, I'd like to introduce to you the top 3 in the championship, who are currently is Danny C, leading the championship, followed by Matty Cake, and closely followed by Legion. So each represent different manufacturers. So we've got Team Audi, we've got Team BMW, and we've got Team Nissan. So the manufacturer's title is also on a knife edge between Audi and Nissan tonight. So there's a lot to play for. So gents, one at a we'll get you in one at a time, and then we'll start with you, Legion. And just give us your thoughts on tonight. What you're not going to give your game plan away, but go on, keep the viewers entertained.
Hello, and you're right. I'm not going to give the game plan away, but I will tell you, I'm definitely coming out fighting because I want that title.
Yeah, I think you've got the ladies and gentlemen can't see the stats, but you've got the most wins. But we were discussing this off air previously. doesn't quite stack up. The only reason that is because you missed a race. So you're going to come out all guns blazing as you normally do?
I sure am, sir, and I've got some very big guns this time, so be ready, boys.
Oh, here's the fighting talk already. Matty, what's Team BMW? What's your take on this evening? Have you got a? What's your strategy for tonight? No, not your actual strategy, but are you going to play it casual, or are you going to say it cautious, or are you just going to go out with nothing to lose attitude? Or
I have to go for it, don't I? I think I worked out the maths. I think I'd have to get pole win fastest lap in the sprint, and win fastest lap in the feature, and Danny only has to come second and third. I think that's what I worked out. So in other words, Danny can take it relatively easy.
But you're not going to give it him easy, are you?
Well, no, I'm going to take him out.
You heard it here later first.
I'll do Btcc style.
Oh well, okay.
I'm going to get 90s on him.
Danny'll be brushing it off his race suit now, won't he? To say, yeah, come on. He'll be saying, "Come and get it," won't you, Danny?
As I always say, that this is where we are. This is where we are now. You have 3 quality drivers representing 3 different manufacturers going for it, and then 2 manufacturers who are in it to win it as well. And it cannot get any more exciting than that. Do you know what I mean? So that the plan of action, which I'm not going to give too much away, is that I'm just going to get in the car, visor down, get down to business, do the talking on the track, and go all out attack like a hardcore warrior, and do the job. And once I do the job, I'm going to go for it. Get the job done.
Good stuff. Adam, have you got any words?
Well, no. All I was just going to add to that is whoever comes out on top, they will thoroughly deserve it, because these 3 drivers have done a fantastic job all season. I'd like to see Legion win it because he's done more wins and he's running in the Nissan, but we know where the points are. And he's unlikely to do it. Matty would be great to win because he's done a fantastic job all season as well, and it would be nice to see a different name on the trophy. However, my tip at the beginning of the season was Danny. He's leading the championship, so yeah, no pressure, guys. But I personally think Danny's got this one. But whoever wins it will thoroughly deserve it. It's been a great season, and congratulations to all of you.
Right, we've got 11 tuning in to watch what's undoubtedly going to be an absolute cracker. We're not far from Bonfire Night and fireworks, but I'm sure there's going to be plenty of fireworks tonight. So, without any further jabbering from me, just quickly. I thought I'd got all the wrong track then. I loaded the settings, had I?
You were joking in the chat. In the chat about running.
Matty was rubbing his
track,
hands then, wasn't he, when he saw Northern Isle Speedway? Right. So the track tonight is Nurburgring. So we're going to be using the sprint layout for the sprint race, the GP layout for the feature. Same format, 15-minute sprint, no weather in the sprint, racing soft tyres only. We all know the drill by now. So, without any further jabbering from me, Marty, super poor. My strategy is to get in everyone's way. Oh dear, here we go.
With no exceptions as well, apparently.
Oh gosh. Right, hold on to your seats. Right, so let's get this room open.
Have you paid him to make the championship a bit more spicy?
Yeah, it was too much. He wanted too much. I think he's just gone freelance, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, he's just said he'll do it. He'll do it free of charge, he said. So I said, yeah.
He obviously don't like someone.
That was a joke, by the way, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, my lawyers have told me to say.
Right, so I'm just going to put in the YouTube chat. Stay in pits until exits onto. Right, whether they'll see that. So
you might want to put it in the actual chat on the PSN as well. hopefully they will have seen all the chat beforehand. But
hopefully, yeah. Just relying on Ekberg turning up now, getting in the.
He's in the lobby. He's in the room.
Is he?
He's in. Oh, Legion's already typed it anyway, so save it. And Southpaw.
Oh, okay, right.
They're very much aware of how slowly Miss Marple types. You're not typing quickly enough because I haven't got the music ready.
I didn't use my keyboard. Right. So let's. Hang on a sec. Who's. Right, Butler, can you go back in the pits, please?
He obviously didn't read the memo.
There's always one, isn't there? Will he see this on the?
Oh, hopefully, because you tagged his name into it, so hopefully you'll.
Right, Ekberg, make your presence known, please. Right, so Ekberg, let's have a look. Oh, Ekberg's
he's there,
not,
but he's in the wrong car.
He's in the wrong car. Oh, dear me. Why? Sorry about the exasperation, but I've gone through this multiple times and trying to organise this, and it's not difficult. I would have done it. I'll do it myself if he doesn't do it. Right. Okay.
It's going well, this.
Yeah, it's going well.
It's professional, right. Ladies and gentlemen, honestly.
Yeah, well, if people can't understand simple instructions...
Up the top and to the left, mate.
Right.
You missed it, second car
Jimmy is going out. I'm
wondering whether he can't actually get in for some reason. Because your car was flashing with a yellow then. If you go into your car settings, it was telling you needed to change something. So I'm wondering if you can't get the car in.
Why? Oh, racing.
Right, racing
okay, right, that's fine. Right, Jimmy's doing it. Right, follow Jimmy round the track. Oh, hang on, fix settings. Wait a minute.
Settings.
Sorry about the delay, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, you've already given away the surprise now by changing the car.
Well, well, what's going on? What's he doing? Oh, dear me. Well, what a joke this is. Oh, I can't be bothered. I'm really. Right, I'm going to track. I've had enough. If people can't, I just cannot grasp. Follow me round. If people can't grasp the simplest thing, it just beggars belief.
Well, anyway, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We've got, as you can see, it's not the correct car, unfortunately, because we haven't got the correct car in the game, but it's running around in a Volvo 240 estate to represent the 850 from 1994. It's obviously a very familiar sight to those of you who are aware of Super Touring, which you will be because you're watching this, of course, but it's got the good look about it. It's a classic sight. When Volvo brought this car in 1994, there's a good bit of footage on YouTube from the season review of when Volvo brought this car out into the spectator area for the season launch, and everybody was aghast to the fact that Volvo had decided to run an estate car for the first time in the Btcc. They went on in 1995 and 1996 to run the 850 Saloon rather than the estate, and then obviously in 97 they changed to the S40. Went on until 1999. They never won a manufacturer's title, did Volvo, unfortunately, not in the Btcc, but Rickard Rydell did actually win the Drivers' Championship in 1998. Jimmy's done this livery, so it's representing Jan Lammers, ex-F1 driver. He was brought in to represent Volvo in a very professional way, and also Rickard Rydell was the other driver, the Swedish driver, who went on, as I said, to win the championship. But yeah, it's just a classic sight of the early 90s and the Super Touring, and it's quite a fitting tribute considering what we're doing here tonight. So yeah, as you can see, being driven round by Jimmy.
Shall I go for a fast lap?
Well, straight into the gravel, I suspect, because it's not the best handling car.
Should we have a laugh?
Go on then. Let's see. And if people want to try and overtake him and race him, then
oh, they try and overtake. I'm not going to go in this view.
Oh, we've already got Butler right up behind you, pushing you. So yeah, as they go into we've got to do proper commentary now as they go into the first corner. And but yeah, it was just an absolutely classic sight. When you say to people what's the main vision of the Super Touring of the 90s, everybody says two things. They say the rule breaking, technically not rule breaking, but the rule breaking and the rule changing Alfa Romeos in 94. But of the same year, you've got the Volvo 850. It was just a classic sight of the early 90s, the mid 90s.
I forgot it was the sprint.
I thought you forgot it was a break. Nobody's overtaking you though.
They can see it fishtailing.
Yeah, are they scared?
Yeah.
They don't want to damage their cars before the race starts.
Go on, go past.
If they're listening, go past. That's it. We got it now. Smog's off. This is only practice, of course, and it's just a little bit of a tribute to the series. But yeah,
I'll be pulling in the pits after this, so you can carry on, get your practice. Look at this. I'm leaving the BMs in my way. Oh God. No.
That's because you don't brake. Stop. The brake, it's the pedal in the middle. This is why you need to be in the comms box, Jimmy.
You're right. It's
Although you are driving a car made of pig iron, so. But there you go. It's a good view, isn't it? It's a good sight.
There you go. There she is, coming back into the pits.
There we are.
Yeah, surprising how they got the speed out they did out of this car, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, they had to mess around with changing all the angle of the cams and everything like that to get the gearbox to fit and just to get the revs out of it. And it was a really, really powerful engine. We watched a documentary on it, didn't we? And the way that they had to produce that 5-cylinder engine, I mean, it sounds absolutely fantastic. It's a very unique sound to what all the other 2-litre touring cars were, but just absolutely fantastic. And how they actually managed to get that car to go round the circuit was just brilliant. It was a fantastic sight, seeing it going over the curbs at Thruxton, and they had some good runs, but just unfortunately didn't have the great success that it deserved.
Apologise to Etberg for getting a little bit frustrated, but I'd put a lot of effort into that, and I don't know what the delay was. It was all it was all planned in advance, and it was just a case of the tyres. But with you streaming, it doesn't look great, does it? So I do apologise, but he is out in his other Volvo, so we'll quickly run through the grid. We've got Smog's made it. Oh, brilliant. Out in the Alpha 155 from Derek Warwick, we've got Astral, who's done quite a few rounds. He's running Tim Harvey standing in for Kian tonight, who's had some family issues, who can't unfortunately make it tonight. Storm never missed a round, running Steve Soper's 318 IS. Taking some air there. We've got Andy 1275 GT out in my favourite livery. So we've done small. We've got Southpaw. He should be in the Ford Mondeo from Radisic. I've got Drewbit out in Jason Plato's Renault. And I've got the man of the moment, Danny C, out in the Audi A4 from Frank Beeler. Myself, I need to exit out. And where is the Adam? Only you can compensate on this one.
There we go. Yeah, so obviously Legion's been running the 99 Primera of David Leslie all season, but to celebrate the end of the championship, he's now running the ILO car. Jimmy wanted me to run this one tonight, but I can't drive, so we might as well give it to somebody who can, and hopefully he can add to his winning tally this season. He's already got 6 in the bag, believe it or not. Nobody can beat him on wins this year.
Do you think it's the car, Adam? Do you think he's changed the car?
It's got to be, and this one's even quicker because it won the title. So
so maybe that's his logic.
It's a good omen. So yeah,
good omen.
Fantastic to see it out on track. It's a shame I can't drive it, but nevertheless, it's
right. Well,
it's still a brilliant one.
Let's
get this qualifying underway.
I'm just going to get this qualifying. Hang on, I can use. Wait a minute.
Plug the typewriter in.
Yeah, that's the one. Right. So remember to take caps lock off, Adam.
Yep, do that.
Otherwise we don't have replays.
So we can get the replays.
Yeah. Right.
Well, we've got an absolute full grid, which is just brilliant.
Oh, it's great. It's great to see. And I'm just
cancel your entry off.
Yes. Sorry I can't be there to hear tonight. Good luck, chap, says Captain in the chat. So we've had all the say high fives and fist bumps and.
Well, it is a shame that Captain can't join because he's done a brilliant job. He's been very entertaining all season, and you know he had a really good run out at Dragon Trail last time out as well. So it's a shame that he can't make the season. He's created he's created some replays and some good action. Not necessarily positive from his perspective, but nevertheless, it's still been great to watch. And he's got the spirit of the championship, that's for sure.
I don't know whether. Do you think I need to do this, Adam?
I wouldn't worry too much about it. You can do, but you'd have to reset the lobby, wouldn't you?
No, but I haven't started quali yet.
No, that's true.
Well, I don't.
It'll catch somebody out if they have adjusted, won't it?
Yeah. I just saw a message from Ekberg. He said he forgot about the weight, but
well, yeah, not to worry. Not to worry. We got the car out on track. It's a shame. It would have been better with Ekberg driving. Yeah, a Swedish driver out on the track, but nevertheless,
he'd have done a better job than I did.
Well, we had the next best thing, didn't we? We had Jimmy Codger going out there, so some would say that's even better.
Well, it's more entertaining. So, right. Everybody jump in. I'm going to get the quali going.
Hang on. Liam's left the room for some reason.
Oh, right. Okay.
And he was in menus Renault, wasn't he?
Yeah. We're having a few issues tonight. Oh, no need to apologise, Ekberg.
Well, it wouldn't be finals night if
we didn't have hiccups.
If it went smoothly all the time, would it? Makes it entertaining.
So we're just waiting for Liam to come back. Have there any messages in the chat?
Not that I've seen. We've got 15 now showing, so he should have jumped back in, I think.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Just have a look.
Yes, he's coming back in.
Here he comes. He's coming back in. That's all right.
Just wait.
It may have kicked him out when you changed the lobby settings. It sometimes does that to people, doesn't it?
It shouldn't have done though, should it?
It shouldn't have done, but it's done it before in certain lobbies. Randomly decided to do it, but yeah, let's once he's loaded in, we'll get this qualifying underway. It's going to be an important qualifying session as well, because it's close at the top. 12 points between Matty and Danny at the top. 22 points between Legion and Matty. So a point for pole position could be quite vital.
Okay, so
we're all in.
We're all in, right. So just need to... Right, so for the final sprint race of the season, season 3 of Jimmy Codger's Btcc Championship here on GT7 at the Nurburgring. Let's get qualifying underway. Hold on to your seats. You ready, Adam? Get a drink ready.
Yeah, I've got it. I'm strapped in.
Let's go.
I've got my pen and paper ready. I've got my calculator ready. I've got Rachel Riley sat next... No, I haven't. If I had Rachel Riley sat next to me, I wouldn't be talking to you.
You wouldn't be on air. I was just going to say, you wouldn't be on air, would you? I think your better half might have something to say about that as well.
Well, she won't know. She's downstairs sorting something out with Avon. She ain't interested in what I'm doing upstairs.
She would if Rachel Riley was in the house. So, right. Let's get some information on the screen. Get driver names off. So, apologies for the delays, ladies and gentlemen, and apologies to Ekberg. I really wanted that to work. It was such a shame, but I don't know whether it was an issue his end. But I just had to get things going. I didn't really want to go out on track because it was a bit. I wanted, but we've got the next best thing. We've got Ekberg from the CC Sim community standing in for Tyler Man from the States, and he said he'd only join if he could drive a Volvo because he's from Sweden.
Oh, I think it's only fair, isn't it?
So I had to oblige, of course. Yeah. What other car could he go in? So this is Danny C on his outlap now. We'll see times starting to go in. What sort of times? What's your prediction for quali, Adam?
Well, when we were talking off air, Matty was saying that he was getting into the 29s, but then didn't replicate it when he practiced earlier. So it's going to be interesting to see how close he can. But Matty's one of those drivers he's got the most pole positions this season and fastest laps as well. So he's going to be one to watch. And as I just said, he's second in the championship, 12 points behind Danny. He needs this fastest lap. He needs this pole position just to try and close the gap. So I'm going to put my money on Matty for pole. I think he's the safest bet, but Legion's got nothing to lose either, so it's going to be one of those top three.
Danny, interestingly, has got the least poles out of the three of them. But you never write Danny C off, but I think...
Well, as we always say, races aren't won by pole position; they're won by the checkered flag. So
correct.
He may not have as many poles as Matty, but he's had more wins.
I've got a feeling that I think we might see a Legion pole here, especially in Aiello's car.
Well, you know, yeah, it's an extra quick livery, that, isn't it? It's already glowing red on the top banner, so he's obviously going quick.
Yeah, I think that'll make all the difference. But it'll be interesting to see how this goes.
It's going to be so close. I mean, it's been close all season, hasn't it, between these three? So there's no reason to think anything different for this final. And as I said before, whoever wins out of these three will fully deserved it. And great respect to all three of them. It's been a great fight up until now. So let's just sit back and watch it for one last time.
Matty's. I'm sure Matty won't mind me saying this, but there's a lesson to be learned. You'll know this is a real life racing driver, Adam. Slow in, fast out is the quickest.
Yep.
Matty has been guilty, and he would put his hands up, of maybe overdriving the car at times purely to get a result. And it's not always the quickest, and he's unlucky, Matt. He's one of the quickest guys I've raced with, and he has got consistency, but sometimes he gets this I'm going for it attitude, which is nothing wrong with that at all, but it's cost him in some of the rounds. Would you agree, Adam?
Well, yeah. I mean, you can look at Dragon Troll last week as a perfect example. That sprint race, he was absolutely all over Danny for the entire race. Just did not leave him alone. Neither of them made any mistakes, not any major mistakes, and it was a fantastic race. And then contrast to the feature race, he was getting caught up in incidents, he spun, and so he goes from one extreme to the other, and it's unfortunate because it has kind of scuppered his championship chances a little bit. If he'd not gone for moves or calmed down a little bit, it may have been a different position, but that's not to criticise at all. He's been absolutely fantastic in this championship. He's more than welcome.
Sorry to interrupt, but look at the leaderboard.
Yep, Matty at the top, Legion, and then Danny. So
he's found his 129s.
He has, and
Glowing Gold is up there. I should just quickly mention Glowing Gold.
He's done a fantastic job jumping in as well at last minute. So fantastic to see. We've been held up a little bit there, unfortunately, through the chicane, but he's not far off either, is he? As Legion now tops the time.
Very close. Yeah.
Legion has topped the times on a 129.5. So
it's not showing on my screen as Legion.
Oh no, Matty's just done it as well. It was showing as Legion, and Matty's just behind him, obviously. So Matty just suddenly snatched that out of nowhere. They're close on track, that's why. So
yes, yeah. But quickly go through the grid. Glowing Gold, what a guy. RAF, I'm sure he might have smuggled in some afterburners, knowing Glowing. But no, he's a quick pair of hands. He's Glowing. Had many a good battle with Sam. Yeah, met him in real life too. We had with the CCR meetups. Had some great laughs. Top bloke.
He's very tall as well, isn't he?
He is incredibly tall.
This is why he's in the RAF, because he can stand on the aircraft carrier and just pick up the planes and bring them in himself, can't he? That's why they hired him.
You saw me getting in and out of Susie Inch's Mini at Thruxton.
I would get in and out of Susie Inch's Mini at Thruxton.
Stop it. Yeah. I would have paid to see Glowing get in and out of it.
Well, I don't know. Seeing you get in and out of it was quite entertaining. It was like a Play-Doh fun factory, wasn't it?
You said you wouldn't say that.
I did, and you didn't, and you trusted me as well. Let this be a lesson to all of us.
It started, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
but I wouldn't have it any other way.
What was that meme of a cat struggling to get through a cat flap?
Yes. Swiftly moving on. We've got Butler out tonight, standing in for Lewis, who's having some wheel issues, as in WHEEL issues, disconnecting, I believe. So it was a mutual decision that in case anything happened, he's taken a very noble decision and sort of agreed that it probably isn't wise to race. And he's from the SAR community, along with Storm and the rest of them.
Danny C's gone to the top on a 129.0.
Half a second quicker. Wow.
So Danny's determined.
Butler's been called in by Toyota, and he's come out tonight in Julian Bailey's car. Who's the teammate of Will Hoy back in the day. A very famous incident, Adam, wasn't there?
Yeah, definitely. We've mentioned it a few times already, with Bailey going down the inside of Hoy at Silverstone and tipping him over. The car upside down is a Toyota, was the famous line from Murray Walker. So let's hope that Butler doesn't replicate that on anybody tonight.
Don't encourage him. So we see Drew here, out in Jason Plato's car. Very, very quick car and very quick driver. He's actually has he got the most wins now in touring cars, Adam?
Plato has, I forget the figure. Was it?
It's over 103.
No, it wasn't. No, he didn't get into the hundreds in the end. It was 98, I think he's got now.
Okay.
98, and unfortunately never made that milestone. But still, the winningest driver in the championship, which is a great statistic to have.
So we've got Johnny Rotax out in John Clelland's Vauxhall Vectra. One quick guy, Johnny, from the SIR community. Been an absolute pleasure, I will add now, at this, just to have you all on the grid throughout the season. Johnny's only missed one round, I think, but he's really, really pushed some of the top guys.
Well, he had both fastest laps at Road Atlanta during the races, so we know how quick he is.
He is, and he had a great result at Brands Hatch. So, yeah. One to watch is Johnny. So go well out there tonight, Johnny. Have fun and enjoy it above anything else. We got Smorg, who's been in different cars throughout the season, but at the last minute he's agreed to... He's just done an event, would you believe, with TJC Gaming. Not sure the length of the event, so he's got his eye in. So he agreed to jump in this at the last minute to get the Alpha back out on the grid. So
what car was he racing? Do you know? Because that's going to be an interesting contrast. If he wasn't racing this car, then he's jumped from a completely different car into
sure. this. Group 3, I think.
Okay. Well, that's going to be a baptism of fire. But he's doing a good job.
He's doing really well. Ninth.
To be able to jump in from that and then jump straight into this. But here's the man of the moment.
The man of the moment, Ekberg, on his debut in the Touring Car Championship. So, welcome Ekberg. What a lovely guy. He's, just very willing, and I think he was chomping at the bit when he knew he would be driving for Volvo, and I believe that is his race number.
I actually don't know about that, to be honest. I should know, because I've raced him in the minis, but that'd be great if it is.
I think it is his actual race number in CC Sim.
Okay. And representing Rydell, another Swede, so it all ties together. We don't just throw this together, ladies and gentlemen. There is some thought that goes into it. Yeah. It may not seem like that at times, but it is.
No. So the final lap's going in now. So we've got Danny C with a 129.0 with Matty Cake.
He's gone faster than the last time we saw it change. So
just going to go on board with Matty and see. Let's just see.
So this will be them crossing the line for the final time now. So Danny is on a faster lap.
He has, but not enough.
Oh,
2
that
tenths.
Is close.
And look at that.
That is close. Yeah, between the top 3 of the championship, there's 2 tenths separating each of them. So less than half a second between the top 3. That's brilliant stuff.
Well, we know what's coming, don't we? With a certain Audi A4. Have we looked on the back of this, Adam, and check it's not an RS4?
or have we checked that it's not actually 4-wheel drive like it was in periods?
Yeah, so. That's a point. But yeah, in case if you haven't anybody tuning in for the first time, thank you first and foremost. That was a qualifying session. So continuing with tradition, we've got the top 3 in the championship fighting, top 3 in the table.
We've got a bit of a problem actually, Jimmy. We've got the legend in the chat. I don't know if you've seen this. We're being watched.
Oh my word!
Don't mean to put any pressure on anybody, but we actually have Lord Jesus Christ himself in the chat.
We have none other than Captain Colossus Racing, where the CCR that you see before edit the names, myself included, that's what the CCR stands for. Evening boys, great to catch this one live. Sorry I've missed the last few. Good luck to all. Well, Captain started all this, threw Jimmy into the spotlight, kicking and screaming, and look what I've managed to have. I've winged it. But Captain, what a honour to have you in the chat, matey. Sit back, enjoy this, put your feet up, mate. This is going to be an absolute cracker tonight. So let's get into the results. So, Adam, pen and paper.
Yeah, that's the point. We need to add that, don't we? So Danny's got that all-important... That's not what Matty wanted to see, and that's not what Legion wanted to see. So he's got that all-important point. That puts him 13 ahead now. So, 206 now for Danny.
Yeah, so that's Matty Cake taking lining second place on the grid, followed by Legion in third place. Not sure the grid starting positions on this. I'm sure Matty might have the inside line for T1. I'm almost certain.
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, I think it would be on the left-hand side for pole. Yeah.
Yeah. So Southpaw, what a result for Southpaw in fourth place, glowing in fifth. Drew Bit, another fantastic result for Drew. In 6th place for Renault, Butler in 7th for Team Toyota, Johnny Rotax in 8th for for Vauxhall. We've got Smorg Racing out in the Alpha in P9. Ekberg on his debut, 10th place on the grid for Team Volvo. Andy 1275 GT in the other Vauxhall. In 11th place, Ruben in 12th place for Team Peugeot, Glowing Gold's teammate for this evening. London Norm, aka SIR Storm, in Steve Soper's BMW, Matty's teammate, in 13th place. And finally we have Trusty Knave, Liam, in 14th place. But they're all really... Liam's time there was... I only did a 1:33.8. So it's... And the times are phenomenal. I mean, look at the top 5. There's just nothing in between them.
Yeah, I mean, it's all going to be down to this start, isn't it? Who's going to get in front first? But yeah, I'm not even going to attempt to call this one. Those top 3 are going to be absolutely going at it. I mean, Southpaw's actually in the pound seat here because he's going to have a fantastic look at this. And he did say he was going to throw a bit of a spanner in the works, didn't he? And he's in prime position to do so. So this is going to be good into the first corner.
Oh dear, we've got the excuses coming out now. Right, so Legion's a beginner. Matty doesn't like the car, the course, or the tyres, and he's also a beginner. Oh well, let's right. So in 3, 2, 1, let's get the sprint race started for the final of Jimmy Codger's Btcc Championship here on GT7. Buckle in and enjoy. I was held up, says Marty. Super poor, got more pace.
Ooh.
Have come out. He's come out the race. Oh, Liam's come out the race. He's got a problem with his wheel.
Oh, that's a shame.
Oh, we'll see if it behaves itself for the feature. Right, they all line up on the grid here at Nurburgring, just waiting for the lights to come on. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and they're off. And it looks like Danny's used his usual trademark monster start.
Straight over to the right hand side, not giving Matty any chance. But Matty's going round the. Oh, Legion!
What happened then?
What happened there?
Hang on a minute. I might have to do a restart. Wait a minute. Is Legion still in it? No, he's got. Wait a minute.
He is. He's all the way at the back. He's all the way at the back. So I'm wondering.
Hang on, shall I do a restart?
I'm not sure. Nobody else is.
I'll do a
restart. Will it keep the grid?
Yeah.
Restart. It's saying.
Who's saying?
I don't know. It came up on the chat. There's people slowing down. So.
Hang on a sec. No, yeah. I put restart.
Oh, you did that. Okay.
Yeah. Restart. That's fair. It's only fair with it being the final. But can you go back in the stream? And I might have to set the grid. Oh, this is. It does keep the grid, right? Everybody out, please. Ekberg. Oh, is he not watching the stream? I don't want to have all the. Is he out? Right. Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
You're going to have to change it anyway because it's gone straight to practice and then to qualifying. So you're going to have to change the lobby and then manually put it in, and I'll go back on the stream.
Oh, right. Okay. Edit event settings to practice race. Set by host. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if there was a glitch. Yeah, I'm wondering if there was a glitch there because it did just look like he went down the inside and then all of a sudden he wasn't there again. So it just suddenly disappeared. So I'm not quite sure what happened there. Let's just go back.
Sorry about this again, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure what happened there, but I'm not. Right. Okay, so we've got Glowing. Can you please enter your car, please, mate? Cheers, dude.
He's in.
Right, so starting grid, mate. Right, go for it.
Okay, so on pole was Danny.
Yeah.
Then it was Matty.
Yeah, then Legion.
Then it was Legion.
Yeah.
Southpaw.
Yeah.
Glowing.
Yeah.
Drew.
Yeah. Butler.
Johnny.
Yeah.
Hang on. Then Smorg.
Yeah.
Ekberg.
Yeah.
Andy was 11th.
Andy was 11th. Yeah.
Storm was Ruben was 12th. Storm was 13th.
Yeah, that's it.
And then because then Liam's dropped out. Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, you've changed it to 3 laps. Because you've done it as race, not endurance race. There we are. That's better. Right, let's rewind. What was it I was saying earlier about being professional?
That's gone out. That's gone out the window,
I
isn't it?
scuppered it. Yeah.
So is that going to keep the grid?
Hopefully it has. Once everybody's logged in.
Yeah, can everybody get in the car ASAP. Straight away I need to get people in the car. Butler? Yeah, right.
He's in. I think
yeah, that's it. Okay. Check grid again. Okay.
Yeah, just in case, just to make sure.
Danny, Matty, Legion.
Danny, Matty, Legion, Super Paul, Glowing, Drew, Butler, Johnny. And
Darth.
then, hang on, I'm just fast forwarding. Smorg, Ekberg, Andy, Ruben, Storm.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Cool. Right. Let's try again.
Let's take 2. For the sprint race here with Jimmy Codger and his Btcc Championship. Let's go. Oh, right. The final's been the most unprofessional one, hasn't it?
It's because we're tired.
Oh, right.
Well, if it goes wrong this time, tough.
Don't say... Adam.
Well, Danny's got to do his start all over again. Matty now knows what he's going to do. So he's got to change tactic again.
Matty'll go left now.
Right, here we go again.
Danny's... Oh, he's still got the better start. He didn't get
as good a start as the first attempt, but he's definitely done it this time. So nobody glitch out and nobody die this time,
please. Just going to keep an eye on Legion.
Yeah, we're all okay. We've got through, and Southpaw looking down the inside of Legion.
We've got a Peugeot off.
But
back on the grid, back on the track.
Yeah, we're all good this time.
But I'm just gonna go to Southpaw, and he means business to Southpaw. But this is the proper touring car view here. He's got a bird's eye view of the top 3.
He wasn't joking, was he? He was behind him. Yeah, he's right there. If anything happens between these top 3, he's going to be right there, and he's well entitled to go for this. Just because those 3 in front of him are fighting for the championship, it doesn't mean he has to hold back.
No, not at all.
Danny has absolutely launched, and Matty has got a bit of a clear air now. Now he's seen off Legion, so he's going to start hunting down Danny and watch the lap times fall as he starts to try to gain. So, yeah, here we go into the chicane for the first time. Jumping over the curbs, seeing how much they can get away with. A bit wide for Matty, but he's carried the speed. And completely sideways for Southpaw as well. So Legion's right up the back of Matty as well, now pushing it down the straight.
Let's
so I can see him move going for that.
So you can get a Southpaw coming through the chicane. This is a very difficult, but
he bumped the curb and then just got the power on a bit too early, clipped the grass and went complete. It actually looked a bit more dramatic in the other view, didn't it? But it was still good.
Yeah.
So Legion hasn't actually managed to get hold of Matty there. He was right up behind him coming out of the last corner, but he's stayed behind. So I'm wondering if he's going to start pushing Matty to try and catch up with Danny, give himself the best opportunity later on.
He's definitely giving Matty the hurry, isn't he?
He definitely is, and that's not a sight that you want behind you, is an angry Legion. Because we've seen what he can do.
So, yeah, so he's got... that's the view that a lot of people saw, Adam.
Well, they didn't see much of it.
No, because he's in front, winning.
Yellow was always in front. He won 10 races in that season.
But having a mirror full of a Primera bearing down on you, that's not... Matty doesn't... Matty won't be too concerned at this stage. But see Danny here trying to break the toe. But they're still bunched up. But Legion's not letting Matty get away at all. I know this is the leader. I'm not gonna focus on these all night. Excuse me. I'm just gonna go down to... There's a good battle happening here with Drubit, Butler and Smorg, with Johnny Rotax uncharacteristically in 9th place. But this
we haven't seen anything. He might have got a bit of an incident earlier on, but we got the Butler and Smorg side by side. Butler's now got that position done. That was a good clean overtake. Got the run out of the corner before, got down the inside, nice clean break in. Smorg's coming back at him a little bit. Is he going to sniff up the inside? Not quite, is he? No, he's going to have a look. Just doesn't get that one done. He might get the switch back here. He's forced Butler to go a bit defensive, but Butler's wise to that. And of course we're on the short circuit here, so we're turning right after this bridge. Is he going to go? Yes, he is. Down the inside.
Down the inside.
Bit of a touch.
Committed.
That's fine. Butler gives him room. That's a good move. Fantastic, and that's put Butler on the back foot now because he's got Drew all over the back of him.
So Smorg's definitely got his eye in. He's driving it like a Group 3, it would appear.
Yeah, definitely. That's where the pace has come from, isn't it? He's driving a Group 3 and everybody else is driving a BMW.
Yeah. Carl says in the chat, I know it's nearly Halloween, but disappearing cars is a new one.
Well, yeah. that would explain a lot, wouldn't it? Driving around on a witch's broom.
I'm just going to quickly go back down to these two now. It's equalled out the gap, but I'm just going to go down to Glowing Gold, who's really he's giving Southpaw a good run for his money here. He's in the slipstream. So I'm just going to quickly...
From that little bit of a battle behind, it has started to spread out a little bit, hasn't it? They've all got a little bit of air between all of them. They're not doing anything silly, but they are still pushing. Danny's got the fastest lap at the moment, which is important for the championship.
That's another point, but can't Matty... Well, Legion will be... Yeah, well, they want as many points as they can get, and I'm sure we'll see that lap change, because there's no tyre wear on this, so there's not a finite time.
Let's not forget Matty and Legion are in the tow. Danny's on his own. So if those two behind can actually get a little bit of a tow, they've got a better opportunity to get a faster lap. Danny's not actually pulling away despite having done the fastest lap. He's still just over 7 tenths in front of Matty. And Matty's dropping Legion a little bit, and he's already
Matty's
gone purple.
So 2 tenths. So this is important for Matty. So, I mean, I'm sure it'll be an exchange of fastest laps, I'd imagine. So if Matty's in the tow, that's can only help him there, and he's going to get the tow straight over the finish line here. So Daniel, you'll see, he'll probably be trying to break the tow now to stop Matty, but Matty's already 2 tenths up. Can he? Oh, Danny goes a little bit wide there. But let's just see if Matty can indeed get the fastest lap. Danny's knocked in a...
Danny actually went faster.
Danny went
surprising.
Faster.
Yeah, so Danny's not giving up on this championship, as he really wants it, although Matty's had to go a bit defensive from Legion going into the first corner. He was looking at the inside.
I'm just going to see this battle here. We've got Butler having to go back at Smorg. But Drew's also getting in on the action here. Can Butler return the favour and get the switch? But this is fast and furious here.
Well, we saw this a couple of laps ago, didn't we? When
in the
Smorg
reverse.
did this to Butler. So
yeah,
let's
but Butler's
see if
trying to return the favour.
Back.
But Smorg will be wise to it. Yeah, he's not leaving the door open down the inside. Oh, and he loses a bit there. That's going to give Butler the advantage.
Is Butler down the inside? I think he's got this one done. Yep, and can Drew follow him through?
Drew is going to try and capitalise, get the toe off Butler.
Oh, slight overlap, a bit early on the power, and it just hasn't done it, unfortunately.
What
we
a
saw
move.
Drew get it absolutely sideways at Dragon Trail in the wet, so we know this guy can get a car sideways and still hold it. And so unfortunately, he's lost out to Johnny Rotax in that exchange, but he's still in the fight. This battle's going to go on all the way to the flag, isn't it?
Yeah, we've got Storm in a fantastic 11th place at the moment, being challenged by Etberg and Andy 1275 GT, who is in the other Vauxhall. But Andy's another one. He's from CC Sim. He just goes out there, enjoys it, just has a gives it his all, and just enjoys racing with each other, with everyone else. So just quickly go back to the top. Danny has now strung out a 2-second gap. So he's dropped the pin, or dropped the hammer, to speak.
Legion and Matty have been fighting. Legion's actually got past Matty, so with these two fighting, that's really good news for Danny. Danny's going to be looking in his mirror, absolutely loving this, because it's helping his championship no end.
But it's Matty needs to finish in front of Legion both races tonight. But Matty will be going. I'm going to go on full touring car view here with Matty.
Yes, he's hunting down that Primera and the winning driver of this championship so far. Now, this is going to be interesting to see what pace Legion's actually got. Now that he's got past Matty, be
can he
interesting
pull
to see
away?
whether was Matty actually holding him up. I mean, Matty's dropped off a little bit here. He's made a bit of a mistake coming onto the straight there, but it's going to be good to see what pace Legion has got. So we'll look at it for the next lap, because I think now Legion's actually got past Matty. He's going to have a clear run. If he doesn't need to defend down into his first corner, then he might actually get the fastest lap on the next lap while he's
I wouldn't be surprised
Danny,
if Matty has a look at this. He's definitely close enough for a move.
I'm wondering whether Matty's trying to play the long game here. Let Legion get in front, get a bit of a tow, get that fastest lap, get past Legion in doing so, and then maximise his opportunities.
There is
he
that
might be thinking about this. There is that chance, but I mean, it's a risk when you're going up against somebody as quick as Legion.
But would you? Yeah, I mean, if he can stay within half a second of Legion, then you're right, Adam. 100%. It's a good call. So he could be using, like you say, Legion to drag him along and steal the fastest lap off Danny.
Which is a good strategy as long as he can get back past Legion to maximise his point score. Finishing third isn't really going to help him in the
fastest lap is not. He needs second with the fastest lap.
Yeah, especially when Danny's looking set to win this race and with the pole position point as well. Currently with the fastest lap, so.
I had loads of messages in the chat saying 15-minute endurance, it's only at 3 laps.
That would have made it interesting though.
It would have done, yeah. Well, I hope you're enjoying this one, Captain, with your feet up. It's been a bit of interesting start, shall we say, but it's definitely hotting up now. But Adam's got his little notebook out, so hopefully we'll have an update, if we can try and update the scores after the sprint and see where they all stand now. But you can see the gap now, but Danny has actually pulled out, while these two are fighting, he's pulled the gap out another second. So Danny will be rubbing his hands here.
He's got the measure of these guys behind, because even though Legion has cleared Matty, he actually didn't get the fastest lap. Matty hasn't got the fastest lap, and it's still in Danny's court here, and as you say, he's pulling away, so he's doing absolutely everything he needs to do.
He's got one, as they say, metaphorically speaking, he's got one hand on the trophy at the moment. Nothing's ever guaranteed, but Legion is still managing to hold off Matty. So, but Southpaw has stayed in 4th place. He's really, we've seen him got pace last time out.
He's got Glowing right behind him though, and Butler's joining in that fight as well. So, these guys have raced each other at CC Sim. Butler's a little bit further back actually, but he has made it up into 6th. But nevertheless, Glowing isn't actually given up on getting past Southpaw at the moment, has he?
He hasn't. But let's just see if we're going to stay on board with Glowing, as we see Peugeot going up against Ford Mondeo. Oh, this is a tricky corner here. You've got to maximise, open the corner up.
not get the tail down too early. Gets a good drive out of the corner, and he's in the toe. I don't think he's close enough. He's not going to get close enough down here, but has just done his fastest sector on that one, his fastest lap. But yeah, he's not quite close enough this time. Hoping that Southpaw makes a mistake into that corner, which he doesn't do. So yeah, Southpaw, all he's got to do is just concentrate here, and that will make life very difficult for Glowy.
For fear of reigniting the debate again, the car we're looking at is, well, we've got the legend that is captain in the stream. Is Glowing standing in for someone really impressive? Well, Glowing's, yeah, he took the place with 2 rounds to go. So we lost a driver. And he's running your favourite livery, Captain. Adam, be quiet, stop, you're not allowed to comment on that.
What, the fact that my livery's in third?
Captain, I can't. You just... I knew you can't tell him to be quiet. 5 seconds. Look at these two. I'm just going to go back on board with Legion, and Matty has got back past Legion. So, wait a minute. What happened here?
Yeah, I think Matty ran just a fraction wide. Legion looked to get down the inside, and the two just got together. I mean, that wasn't deliberate, of course. Legion has waited, but let's just have a look here. There was a bit of an overlap as they came out of the chicane. So I think, yeah, Matty went a little bit wide, put him offline, and Legion tried to get up the inside, and Matty just came across slightly. There was a bit of contact, and that was enough to send...
It's a nice donut by Matty.
Around. There was a proper stunt driving course there, wasn't it?
That was very unfortunate, but what you saw there, ladies and gentlemen, irrespective of what's happening in the championship, we pride ourselves on running fair and clean, and it wasn't intentional, there was nothing malicious about it, but you give the place back. And it wasn't intended, it's just Matty going right, they just came together. It's a racing incident, but that's what we pride ourselves on here. That's what we like to see. And yeah,
but it's put that man Southpaw now up into second. We did say if anything happened between the top 3 that he was going to be there to make the most of it. So Southpaw and Glowing now have taken up those last 2 spots on the podium. Matty is probably, well, he's not going to now because we've only got 20 odd seconds left. I think Danny's probably going to get another lap, is he? Might want to go on board with Danny just in case. He's got 15 seconds. Is he going to get across the line? I think he's going to. So Danny's going to get one more lap. Is Southpaw going to get across the line? No, I don't think so.
Well, was that down to red mist, do you think, Adam?
Well, yeah, Danny done exactly what he needed to do, didn't he? So you can't blame Danny for that. So
no, I meant the incident coming out of there. Was it a little bit?
No,
I think it was unfortunate.
It was just an unfortunate incident. It looked like, I mean, I'd have to see the replay again, but it looked like Matty went a little bit deep into the chicane, ran a bit wide. Legion tried to get up the inside, and just as Matty came off the curb, the 2 cars made contact, and obviously rear wheel drive on a curb, right rear quarter, it's going to spin round. Yeah. So we know it was nothing malicious. If it was, Legion would have just carried on. So the fact that he waited proved that it wasn't anything malicious. Matty will be very disappointed. Legion will be disappointed, but nevertheless, you can't take anything away from this guy. Danny C got pole position. He's got the fastest lap. Took the start as he needed to, and has just disappeared off into the distance. He's got a nice little parade lap here and into the chicane for the final time, and this has done his championship hopes absolutely no harm whatsoever.
As we see Danny C coming round the final corner now to come across the start finish line, and give us a flash of the lights, Danny. Yay, as he comes home to take his win for the sprint race in the final of Jimmy Codger's Btcc championship here on GT7. There is your pole position, clean race, victory. Clean sweep for Danny C. So that, what a result. Let's see if we get some...
You do the rundown. I'm just doing some maths as we speak. I've got Rachel Riley sat on my lap again. Yeah, right. So I might be a bit distracted.
Yeah, Chloe says, only my second race in about 4 months, Kev, where he means stationed away. So Matty's like, never mind. So Danny has technically lapped everyone, says Smog. So Matty Cake, shame that touch, all it needed. Yeah, it was nothing. We saw it. It was nothing deliberate at all. It was just onto the curves, bit of a running wide, and Skins says if track limits was on, that would have been a different race. They are on. Can't see them on the stream. I thought there was no corner penalties too. They should have been on. Yes, shortcut penalties weak. God, you had me worried there. They are always on. Oof, I was hoping not to scroll to that and seeing none.
that would have made things interesting, wouldn't it?
Right, let me just save the replay.
I think they just know, the top guys, they just know exactly what to do and how far to push the limits of the track. So, you know, that's where the quick guys actually get their time from, by knowing exactly how far over that white line you can go without getting a
Glowing
penalty.
Saying he got penalties as well. So we got Danny C bringing his trusty Audi A4, driven by Frank Beeler, home in P1. What a result. And also picking up the fastest lap of a 1:29.1. Southpaw coming home in a fantastic second place for Team Ford. Glowing Gold on the podium in his second race for Team Peugeot. That's a great result for you, Glowing. Well done, matey. We have Matty Cake for Team BMW in fourth, followed by Legion in fifth after an unfortunate coming together. But I'm sure they've shaken hands, and there's nothing malicious about it, so we've covered that. And Butler coming home in sixth place for Team Toyota, out in Julian Bailey's Carina. Drew Bit on the first sheet again in seventh place. What a result for you, Drew. And Smorg Racing for Team Alfa Romeo this week in eighth place. We've got Johnny Rotax in ninth in the other Vauxhall. We've got Ruben in 10th place for Team Peugeot. 11th place, so Ekberg on his debut scoring points. What a result for you, Ekberg. That's great, matey. And Storm also scoring points in 12th place. And finally we've got Andy 1275 GT in the other Vauxhall in 13th place.
I do have an update for the points.
I'm just going to take a screenshot of that. Or do I need to? I don't suppose I need to, really. Well, I will take it.
Well, you can, because you've got to set the grid, haven't you? So.
Yes. Right, we have an update.
We have an update. So, going into this round, we had Danny on 205. We had Matty on 193, which is a gap of 12 points. And then we had Legion on 171, which was a gap of 22 to Matty and 34 to Danny. So, as it stands now, we have got Danny on 228. We've got Matty on 205, which is a 23-point gap, and we've got Legion on 181, which is a 47-point gap from Danny. So he's now out of the running for this championship, unfortunately.
Sorry to interrupt, Adam.
Yeah.
How has Danny got 23 points?
No, he's got 228. There's a 23-point gap.
No, he was on 205. There's only 22 available. 22 available in the sprint.
Pole fastest lap. Hang on. Oh, did I change? I already changed it, didn't I? Sorry, it's 227.
227. Yeah.
Sorry. Well spotted. So it's a 22-point gap. 22-point gap.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my. Sorry, I changed the main figure before, and then I added the 206 and did it.
Right.
Did it twice. Good job. One of us is awake. Yeah. Blame Rachel. She was distracting me. Yeah, so Danny's on 227, Matty on 205, which is a 22-point gap. So it's between those two now going into this final race.
And speaking of the final race, here is the feature race. Drum roll, Adam. Come on, are we ready?
Yep, go on then.
Right, this is what they've been waiting for. Get a load of that, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be interesting. Get your paddles, get your umbrellas. You might need a canoe into the pits. Anything can happen. We've got weather, we've got fuel consumption rate times 7, tyre wear times 9. Before you all start chatting, putting messages up, it's going to be a wet race, so the tyre wear won't necessarily come into it. It's not a wet race completely, but you've got a refueling rate of 8 litres a second, 85 litres, default starting fuel. Should we get this open, Adam?
Let's get this open. I've got a feeling as well, just to throw another spanner in the works, does that mean that Danny's actually won the championship now? Because he's 22 points ahead.
And there's only 21. There's only 21 available. There is.
Yep. So that looks to me. I will double check the maths while you're doing this, but I'm pretty sure then that means that Danny is, if he's got a 22-point gap, that will mean that he's technically won the championship in the first race.
What in the heavens opened is this? Right. Oh, it doesn't look good, does it, Adam?
Oh, I wouldn't want to go out in that without a coat, that's for sure.
Right, everybody in your cars, please. I just put stay in. Oops, not pits. Your cars while I set the grid. Right, so if we can have everybody in the cars.
Yep, I've just checked me maths. So Danny
Jack
is on
Kobe,
227.
right, he needs to be kicked out. Don't know who that is.
So Danny is on 227 and Matty is on 205, and that is a gap of 22 points. There's only 21 available, so Matty can't do it. So there's still a 24-point gap. Oh no, so that is it. Danny has won the championship. Matty is stuck in second, and Legion is in third.
Well, we'll do the starting grid.
24-point gap.
So I know this one. Danny, straight down to the bottom. Hang on a minute.
You like doing that, don't you?
Do people keep leaving the lobby? Have we got?
We've got 13. We've got 13 in. We had 13 on the results actually, so somebody else must have dropped out during the race, which I never noticed.
Who's not in the grid? Well, why do people do this? And they do it on purpose, don't they? Who are we missing?
I'm not sure actually. We had 13 on at the flag, so somebody.
Right, I'm going ahead. I'm just going ahead with it.
Yeah. Carry on.
Right, so that one's easy.
Yeah, Danny all the way down to the bottom. Southpaw will be next.
Oh yes, right.
Then Glowing. Then Matty.
Yeah.
Then Legion. Then Butler.
Yep.
Then Drew.
Yep. Drew Butler, yep.
Then Darth Smorg.
Yep.
Then Johnny.
It's Johnny we're missing. Johnny's dropped out.
Okay, so we haven't got Johnny, so then it will be Ruben.
Yep.
Ekberg.
Yep.
Storm.
Yeah, and then Andy.
And then Andy is on pole.
Oh, look at this!
Oh dear. Well,
we shouldn't be laughing, really, should we?
Well, I don't know. It's a bit of an evil laugh, isn't it? But yeah, if Southpaw wasn't rubbing his hands together before, he is now, because he's Scottish and he likes his weather.
Well, he likes it dark and wet. according to Southpaw.
He's got his wish. It's definitely dark and wet, isn't it?
You don't need to tell the codger you like it. Danny C says toilet break. Yeah, that's cool. Danny's already celebrating, but we'll have the proper celebration. I don't know whether we won't be able to get donuts, will we, in this weather?
Well, I don't know. I think we'll be able to get many donuts in this weather. They might be soggy, but donuts. But we'll definitely get some donuts on this one. Marty's actually quite happy in the chat. He's seen this weather, and he's definitely.
He is. Yeah.
He was born with a cagoule on, and it's paying dividends now.
Show me the money, he says.
Yeah, that's absolutely filthy weather, isn't it?
It's a bit more than moist, isn't it?
It is. It's definitely wet, and this is going to make the race start interesting. The good thing is that it's obviously a rolling start for this race,
That's
so
right.
They haven't got to worry about getting the traction off the line. They can just gun it. But braking into that first corner in this weather is going to be absolutely terrible. So, yeah, at least the championship's over and done with now. They can just kind of let their hair down.
Exactly.
Put their umbrellas up and go for it.
Well, we said that it could happen if Danny won the sprint race, but it wasn't over if Danny won the sprint race.
It was just that
Matty and Legion
incident.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
But both of those guys now, they're going to want to go out with a bang. They're going to want to go out and show what they can actually do.
What's the gap between Matty and Legion?
It's 24 points, so even Legion can't get Matty, unfortunately, now, because of the points gap. So, nevertheless, it's still been a fantastic championship, and at least they can just all go out with no pressure now in this final race and enjoy it. And we're going to be treated to an absolutely fantastic race, particularly these conditions.
I've got a prediction. I reckon with the guy we're watching on screen at the moment, Ekberg. I said Ekberg. That was the tennis player, wasn't it?
You don't play tennis in this weather.
No, but the Swedes are renowned for being very, very good in adverse conditions. I mean, I've seen kids at like 12, 13 driving in snow, drifting it.
They're up there with the Norwegians, and they're up there with the Finnish,
exactly.
aren't they? With driving on difficult conditions, rally drivers mainly.
Yeah, exactly. So, and the Finns as well. Not forgetting Kimi.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I reckon. Yeah, exactly. I reckon Ekberg will have a really good race. We see him getting it all squirrely here.
Well, he's on intermediates, so
that's brave.
That's brave. He's currently third as we look at the time starting to come down, but they're still going out and getting their fastest laps at the moment. But yeah, Danny's on intermediates as well, so they're looking at this weather and they're going, let's just test.
Well, okay, Danny may rethink that.
Yeah, he might now. Everybody's going off. It's like that race in F1 in 2008.
I don't think they're going to bother. They just give us some donuts, Danny.
If he's listening to the stream,
he does. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's not.
He might still be drunk from celebrating.
Yeah, I wonder if he's had a couple of beers. So Glowing Gold, they have to be able to control a car in a skid pan. Oh, thanks. Yes. Glowing's just, they have to be able to control a car in a skid pan to pass the test.
Nice. That's how it should be.
It should be, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
Right, let's get this going. Let's get this going. Right, so 15 watching, buckle in, get yourself a drink, get yourself refreshed, get some snacks. You're in for a treat. This is going to be an absolute cracker. Captain, sit down, relax, mate. You're going to love this. This one's for you, Captain. Right, give us the intro, Adam, for the final time this season.
Okay, so here we go. Final time this season, then we've got the final race of the year here at Nurburgring. The championship has been decided, but we've got the wet race. So here we go for the last time in 3, 2, 1. Let's get this gun underway.
Are you ready for this, Adam?
No. I'm shutting my eyes until they're around the first corner.
Yeah, I might do the same actually.
It's going to be safer.
I'm just going to grab myself a refreshment. Can I just? I'll just tell you what. Let me just get the race underway.
Put the race under. Yeah, let's have a look. That's it.
And a change for this season, Captain. I'm going to put the information on the screen so that you can see what tyres they're on. Because we got confused a couple of times. So.
Oh yeah.
As we see, Andy
definitely need it for this one.
1275 GT leading the grid away for the final time this season.
I'm glad I'm in the commentary box. It's nice and warm up here.
We're tucked up here, aren't we? Right, won't be a second.
That's all right. I've got the tartan rug round me ankles.
I'm just going to go back to the back of the grid. So
bit of a. I mean, you can't help that. I mean, in these conditions, you've got absolutely no choice whatsoever. But Danny C, our season 3 champion, he can just sit back and relax now, enjoy this race. We know how good he is at getting through the pack. We've seen him do this all the way through this season. As he looks down the inside of Glowing, just can't get it done that time. He's got Southpaw all over the back of him. Southpaw, we know he's good in the wet, being Scottish. And of course they're on the GP circuit this time. Don't forget, for the feature race, the longer of the circuits. So they've got something else to think about this time. They've all remembered to go the correct way. As Danny C down the inside of Butler. Can he get the run? He's still side by side, and they've got a right-hander coming up, so Danny's in the prime position here. What can he do? Can he get the braking right? Ekberg. Oh, somebody's gone wide up in front. Who was that? I think that was Drew. Has he managed to save it? Oh, in fact, no, it wasn't Drew. It was one of the Peugeots. It was Ruben. So look at the spray. How could they see where they're going? Danny up the inside into the S's. That's brave, because it's very, very slippery on the curb. Southpaw's made hay where the sun isn't shining, because he's got through everybody and has gone past Danny C. Has he got it stopped? Yes, he has. Fantastic run there from Southpaw. I don't know where that came from. Oh, he ran a bit wide. So Danny's got a good position here. He can go round the outside, and he is doing round the outside. Brilliant. He knows where the grip is, doesn't he? Fantastic. So look at this.
Treacherous, I'd call this, Danny.
Oh, yeah.
They called you Danny. Called you Danny then.
Oh, look at this. Danny inside is looking like 4 abreast into that chicane. That's not going to work. Keep it tidy, boys. I know the championship's over and done with, but you can't throw it off now. Ekberg's still fighting up the top here. He's in 3rd place. Well done to Ekberg. And he's got Danny right up behind him now. Well, where do you look? Where do you look?
I'm actually, I don't know where to.
Congratulations, everybody.
Legion has found himself in the lead already. On lap 2, starting from the back of the grid.
It was absolute chaos all the way around that lap. And
Glowing Gold was at the back. And Glowing Gold is in 3rd place. What a drive. Ekberg,
Danny,
there we go.
The outside, Danny straight into 2nd. Ekberg into... So where do you look? Every time you look at somebody, something else is going on in the background.
But we thought the rain is getting heavier. Ooh.
Well, Ekberg's doing this on intermediates, which is impressive.
We look at the water gauge now on the left-hand side of your screen at the bottom corner. Once that starts going blue, that does suggest that you should be on wet. You can hear this. Listen. There's the rain pelting down now. Yeah, keep the chat clean, please, guys. Manufacturer's points we're getting a request of. Adam?
Okay.
I'll carry on with the comms.
Yeah, you carry on. I didn't actually think about that bit, but to be honest, I forgot all about that one. So yeah, that's.
So we've got Legion running wide there, so that's given Danny C a bit of encouragement there. As Glowing, I'm going to get a. Let's see if we can get that from Glowing. Nice bit of car control from Glowing here as he comes around the corner, gets on the gas. Gets on it a little bit too early, as you see. All twitching. Big slide from Glowing there, manages to hold it. Oh, side by side for the Schumacher S's. We've got Southpaw going for it now, so he's not holding back. We know he likes these conditions. So let's go on board with Glowing Gold. Oh, So you see them coming up the main straight, the back straight now, coming to the chicane. Ignore the fuel. I don't know why this comes up. It's a bit of a glitch. But Glowing's not holding back. He's enjoying this. But look at the weather now. There is dry weather, ladies and gentlemen. They probably won't believe me. But look at this for a race here. Look at them coming over the start finish now. A massive gaggle of cars now from 3rd all the way back to 7th. You see Butler getting Glowing in his sights now. Can he go down the inside at T1? Glowing's there's a bit of a coming together, but that's understandable in these conditions. And we've had a casualty.
Yeah, it's understandable in these conditions, isn't it?
It's not for everybody.
No,
look at this now. But Southpaw's
out there.
I don't want to use a phrase that I used last week. Showboating.
Well, they're all having. I think they're having fun to a certain extent, but I don't think some of them are not enjoying it. Look at the conditions. Though. I don't know how they're carrying on. To be perfectly honest with you, so that we're watching Legion. He is in the prime position. He's got the fastest lap at the moment as well. And is on the wets, which I think is the correct tyre to be on in these conditions. But Danny's not leaving him alone, is he?
Danny is in full Audi mode.
Absolutely familiar sight. It's a BMW and an Audi right up behind him.
But we've got Danny having a look down the inside. He's doing a Joe Biden, as the my American friends would say. Adam,
having that one to me.
Having a good sniff.
Oh, okay. I wondered where that one was going.
That was a phrase that came out in season 2 with Fathead that I play on the farm with, and he's having a good. He's doing a Joe Biden, and I thought, where's that going? And he told me, and I couldn't stop. Yeah, I couldn't stop laughing.
Well, the manufacturer's points, if I've worked it out correctly, we've got Nissan now on 219 and Audi on 227.
So there's 8 points.
It has swapped.
8. Yes, Audi have gone in front by 8 points. So
yeah. So. There aren't any other Nissans, and
right. So just read this. Just read the. Hang on a sec. Audi.
So Audi is on 227.
27.
Nissan are on 219.
Right.
Have you not got your keyboard?
Yeah, but it on what do you say, Adam? 219.
219.
So hopefully they'll see that.
If that doesn't put them off, nothing will. But Southpaw has found himself in 2nd place now. Captain Webbed Feet is there in 2nd, hunting down Legion.
Feet.
Well, you might. He likes the weather. We keep saying it. And he's proven it. That he can do it.
We got Shadow GT in the chat. Welcome along, Shadow. Yeah, this is the. Finally, you won't be at all surprised to see weather with the Codger at the helm. Helm. That's a quite an apt phrase, isn't it?
Yeah, it is for this. Yeah, they definitely need either oars or an outboard motor. But,
so Danny's
under pressure
real
now
pressure now from Matty.
Matty round the outside. That's
what
where
a move.
All the grip is.
What a move! Right,
brilliant stuff. Back on your keyboard and get a replay of that, please.
What a move in these conditions. See Danny losing it. Danny's got it sideways there, so Matty is definitely seized on that. But round the outside there, what a move, and kept it. Brilliant. What a move.
Well, yeah, Danny did get it a bit sideways, but he had the inside line, and that he should have been able to hold that. But Matty knew exactly where the grip was, and knows that he can race Danny cleanly. Danny's not going to do anything stupid. He's not going to push him out wide. Gave him the room. So a move like that, all credit to both drivers there, because it needs both drivers to make that sort of a move work.
Just going back down the grid we got the first of the pits. They're coming in. So he's fueling up now, Andy. Or is he just in the... Doesn't look like he's fueling up. Or is he retired? Maybe got a problem with the car.
Yeah, either that or he's just sitting in the pits waiting for the weather to go past. He doesn't want to go back out again. He's just going to sit there in the dry and wait for the weather to pass over. But Legion's in. Legion is diving in. Matty has followed in as well. So that's going to put Southport in the lead. This is for
fuel. Yeah, so this is for fuel because the tyres aren't showing much wear.
Well, Danny's on intermediates as well. I'm surprised by that.
So Danny C's in.
Danny's in as well.
So Drew Butler and Southpaw have stayed out. So let's keep an eye on this. So let's see what tyres Southpaw's on. He's on the wets. Okay, so as we see our championship winner coming into the pits in desperate need of fuel. He was on the intermediates. Let's see what they go back out on. I would suggest possibly another set. Well, no one will be. I don't know whether to say this or not. It's got to be a set of intermediates.
I don't know. I think Danny was on. He stayed on the intermediates, hasn't he? So yeah, he's banking on the fact that it's going to be drying up, and he's hoping that this rain is going to stop. So, and that will put him in a strong position over those.
You've got to admire their optimism, haven't you?
Oh, definitely, especially with these conditions. I know he's driving an Audi, but it's not strictly speaking four-wheel drive, is it? It's a very brave shout to be on inters in these conditions. But Drew's doing a fantastic job. Southpaw and Butler up there, of course, in first and second, and these ones haven't pitted yet.
I'm just going to go back down the grid to. I'm just going to go back up to this guy here. London Norm, Storm from the SAR community.
Storm, that's a very fitting name for these conditions,
it is,
isn't it?
Yeah. As he won't mind me saying, he's never missed a race, and I think he may have missed one, if that, but he just goes out here, has fun, enjoys it, and he just never gives up. He don't care where he is on the track, he just loves racing. So great to see you again, Storm. Have a great race, my friend. So we'll just go back to the current leader at the moment, who's Southpaw, who's definitely going to be. Oh, what a drift!
And he's on wets. He's doing that, and he's on wets. That's proof how slippy it is. But he's going to need to come in this lap for fuel anyway.
He's going to be
shoots the chicane a little bit.
Really low on fuel here. So Butler, I'd imagine we're doing the same, following them in. Yes, these are all going to be coming in now. So we've got Drew going to be coming in.
Drew has stayed out.
Drew.
Has he stayed out? Oh, no, yes, he has.
He has. He's managed his fuel very, very well.
He's doing a fantastic. He's in this for the long haul, isn't he? He's looked at that and gone, right, I'm going to stay out here.
Drew loves the wet races. Drew loves it wet. He keeps saying to me in the chat, "Oh, bring it on, yeah, more wet races." But look at this, what a bold strategy.
Yeah, so, he's doing, on the curbs, on the braking. That was brave, and he held on to that. Like I said before, we saw him going absolutely sideways at Dragon Trial in conditions not dissimilar to this, and he held on to it. So we know he is quick in the wet. But
so we've
when
seen,
he does pit,
where does Legion? But Legion's come back out on a set of wets, or has he not changed his tyres?
He may not have changed his tyres.
He's just fueled up.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if Danny did the same thing, because we know Danny was still. Did we see Danny change tyres? Southpaw's come back out
on a set of wets. So let's just see what tyres Matty's on the wets.
Matty's on the wets. He changed tyres because they're fresh. They've not got any wear on them at all. Danny, we know, is on the inters, but did he change them? I can't remember seeing whether he changed them or not. But obviously, if this starts to dry out, those on the wets are going to be in a bit of strife.
I was going to say a funny comment then, but I thought I saw some sort of sun glinting through. Was it, or the floodlights?
Yeah, might be floodlights.
But Matty Cake is on the fastest lap.
The wipers aren't going as much. It is stopped raining. Matty's Danny inside of Danny. Bit of a rub, nothing much. Danny on the curb, keeps it going. So that was good racing by them.
But there's not as much spray kicking up now.
There's not as much spray kicking up, and that's actually, if you look at that water gauge, it's actually dipping down. Actually up.
Well done, Adam.
dipping down is what I was supposed to say, and it came out dripping down. There was a Freudian slip there, but quite fitting. There's actually a line starting to dry out a little bit here as it stopped raining. So.
Now, I'm just going to go back to our leader at the moment, who's got a 24-second gap. Now, he's got a free pit stop. Now, will we see Drew come in?
He's got to come
in.
He's got to come in
for fuel. Now, what will Drew? This is going to be interesting.
If he's clever here, he'll go on to the intermediates. He's got kind of a free stop. It depends on how fast Legion's been going. It's 25 seconds, so it might not be a big enough gap. No, because Legion's just coming up to the chicane now, isn't he? So, yeah, Legion's going to assume the lead again, but he's on wets.
But will we see Legion come in for a set of inters?
Well, I don't know. Look at this track. It is starting. It's not quite. I don't know. It's on the borderline, isn't it? But
it's right on the turn.
But it stopped raining. It's only going to dry up from here on in with the amount of cars going around the circuit. He's already over to the right-hand side. Look, trying to get the wettest part of the circuit, cool those tyres and stop the wear. So he's in this for the long haul, isn't he?
So just quickly go back down to Drew bit and just see what he's come out on. Yes, he's listened to you, Adam.
Yeah, don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. You've heard my commentary.
Now just keep it tidy round turn one. Ooh, get some heat in those tyres. Now we can see the dry line. So meanwhile, Legion is out in the lead at the moment. But is he regretting not pitting? Because what's he got over? Is he going to try and pull a gap out over Matty's on the wets as well?
He did pit like everybody else because they had to pit for fuel, but he didn't change tyres, did he?
No, I thought he would have changed to inters.
On the wets. But so Danny's actually in a good position here because he was on the inters. He changed in the pits and stayed on the inters, but the cars around him are on wets. So as the track starts to dry out, this is only going to come back to Danny from now on.
It is. You're right. So as we see, we can definitely see it's set at sunset here. So the sun is there's still a little bit of sun, believe it or not, coming through the clouds. So that will help. We can definitely see a definite dry line now as Matty's on he's on a really good lap here. He's got the tow from Danny.
Well, Ekberg's actually got the fastest lap currently, so he's done a fantastic job. 2:18 in these conditions, that's absolutely fantastic.
I did say earlier on.
He was listening to you, wasn't he?
He was.
He's in 8th position at the moment, and it's quite a gap, 6 seconds up to glowing in front. But he's got.
Talking of glowing.
Yeah, look at the sun breaking through the clouds. Again, this looks like it's planned.
Really?
Yeah, you wouldn't have thought it, but no, it's the way that the sun's starting to reflect off the circuit, and if the sun breaks through, that's going to dry the circuit even quicker, isn't it? So
it is.
They're going to have to start look at the wets on Glowing's car. Look at that for a sunset reflecting off the circuit, reflecting off the gold on the car, glowing gold. It all works together perfectly. It all works
perfect, Glowing.
Straight over to the pit wall, getting all that all that moisture onto those wet tyres.
Danny has knocked in a 2:13.
He's on the intermediates as well. So again, as the track's starting to dry, look at that water gauge as well. That's right on the cusp now, isn't it? You could possibly get.
But look at this as they come through the Mercedes complex here. Look at this.
The glare coming off the circuit there is going to be right in the driver's eyes. They're not going to be able to see where they're going.
But now we can clearly see the sun coming and drying the track out now. So this is not gonna be kind on the wets for Legion. I've got a feeling he's going to be forced to come in.
He's going to be forced to go to the right here, isn't he? Not only to defend from Danny, but
he's
going to have to keep some kind of water. As Danny
Danny makes the most of that.
Drives past him. Yeah, that's the difference that the tyres are making. The drier track suiting the Audi with the intermediate tyres, and so I can see Danny popping in a faster lap here again because he's on the correct tyres for these conditions. But
so let's just see what Danny's fuel's like. To Legion's
very similar. Very similar. But don't forget, Danny came in just before Legion, didn't he? So. Or did they come in at the same time? No, they might have come in at the same time, actually.
Very similar, very close.
Yeah. I mean,
epic scenes from Captain. I knew he'd like this one. This is, you'd love this, Captain. But as this is coming through now, coming up to the chicane, before they start another lap. Now, will we see... What's the gap between Legion and Matty? 4 seconds.
Matty's under pressure from Butler as well in the background.
We are seeing
Legion's
coming in.
Pulled the pin.
Yeah, I thought we might look at that. Lovely scenes coming into the pits. Now Legion has got... Will Legion delay it that much? Will he dare go on the slicks?
He's got to go on slicks. He's seen the circuits drying out. There's absolutely no brainer because it is. And
we see Matty Cake and following him in as well. Southpaw is in. Is Legion going to be the first to pull the pin? Let's just go quickly back down to Glowing Gold as the RAF crew gets ready. Let's see what rubber he bolts on. Keep an eye on Legion. They've got to go at least. I wouldn't risk anything. Ugh. It's got to be soft, wouldn't you say, Adam?
Oh, well, a dry tyre of some description. Southpaw's gone on to mediums. I haven't seen what Legion's gone on to. Let's see what Glowing goes on to. He's fueling up, getting as much fuel in as possible. Goes out, and he's on the softs. So
he's on the racing softs, right?
Treacherous coming out of the pit.
There's already a yellow flag.
Yeah, that's possible because somebody's gone out and just slid wide. Glowing got a 3-second penalty for cutting the line. I suspect that was on the pit exit because he wanted to get onto that dry line as quickly as possible.
So we've got Superpaw on the racing mediums. Now Danny is now going to have to come in.
He's got to, even if it wasn't for fuel. Look at how much he's just cooked his tyres.
Now, interestingly, did Butler pit? Butler's going to be following in. Yeah. So Drew was in the lead. So Drew's going to be coming in. He's going to have to. Will he stay out for one more lap though?
He can't. He's got the fuel to, but look at how much he's cooking those tyres. He is not going to get another lap on those tyres. He has got to come in for slick tyres.
Are you ready for this? Drew's probably listening.
No, look at it. He's already just through those couple of corners. There's no way he is going to get that, even if he ran over all the wet patches. Look, it's already on the rim. So
I'm just going to focus on Butler now. Danny, as we see Danny coming into the pits here.
Look at those tyres, they are absolutely shot.
Can he get into the pits? Oh!
Understeer central. We're going to see Butler and Drew follow him in, surely. Yeah, they are. So
now, interestingly, let's see what Legion went out on the mediums, didn't he?
I didn't actually see. But,
so Legion's gone out on the mediums.
So Legion is going to... a bit squirrely over that curb, but he is going to assume this lead, and obviously with him being on the correct tyre at the correct point, the others were struggling on their inters and absolutely cooking their inters, so he has absolutely made hay while the sun is starting to shine.
I just want to see what Matty's gone on to. Ratty's gone on the quicker tyre, Matty's gone on the softs, so we know what Matty's strategy is now. So can he pull in? Can we reel Legion in?
Well, Matty hasn't got a full tank of fuel. So he's short fueled to try and get track position, and he's right up behind Legion now. So this is a bold strategy here from Matty.
Yeah, just seen Captain in the chat there. Epic scenes. Yeah, with a sunglasses emoji. Yeah, you definitely need your sunglasses in this, Adam, don't you? As we see, just go on board.
At the moment with a reflection coming off the circuit.
So this is the gap Matty has got from. This is a live second position. And on a purple lap, so I can see the fastest lap changing now.
Yeah, it's going to keep on changing lap from lap because the circuit's only going to dry out and it's only going to get quicker. Matty's on the racing softs, but again, it looks like he didn't take a full tank of fuel to try and gain track position, and it's working for him at the moment. He's on the quicker tyre, as you say, starting to catch Legion. So Legion won't be too worried about this at this stage.
I wouldn't have thought there'd be a massive delta in these conditions between the medium and the soft at this stage.
No, it's going to be the wear rate though, isn't it? That's what they're going to be careful of, because Matty's obviously on the quicker tyre, but he's going to be burning through it a lot quicker than Legion is.
This guy, Southpaw, is only 4 seconds behind Matty on really fresh racing mediums with Glowing Gold. Danny C is behind Southpaw.
So Southpaw's already gone purple at the moment as well. So that these times are going to start tumbling now as the track starts to dry out. Danny's on the racing soft, so he's on the same strategy as Matty. although he has got more fuel.
Yeah, Danny's good. Danny's good for fuel. But look at the scenes here as the sun is setting here at Nurburgring for the final time. Oh, it's touched with a tinge of sadness. Don't you feel that? A touch of sadness.
But we've been treated to some spectacular racing, so
absolutely.
It's a touch of sadness, but
all season
real happy.
They've treated us every single week to some absolutely fantastic racing and battles, sportsmanship, determination. It's just been a joy to watch, commentate on. I'm sure you'll agree, Adam.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. And I think one of the more hectic races was that one at Deep Forest, and I wasn't actually available for that one. So thank you for Wally for stepping in and getting the most hectic race out of the way, so I didn't have to commentate on that one. But I was still watching. I've not missed any of them. I've still watched them all, and it's brilliant entertainment. Whether you're in the comms box or whether you're racing or whether you're watching it, it's absolutely brilliant.
Well, Sir Ekberg's found his indicator.
He had that on earlier on, so I thought he was signalling to say I'm coming in, but no, he's just in.
Maybe he's not found the pits yet.
No.
He's had a fantastic race though, 8th position. He's opted for the racing mediums also. So we see there's clocks counting down. There's 4 minutes left of this race now. So let's just see the leaders now. See where Legion and Matty. Look at the lovely scenes here, but the part of the tracks, it's darker in some areas. Would you agree, Adam? It's not reflecting quite as much now, is it? So no.
I'm wondering whether we're watching the skies and seeing whether I don't know whether it's going to rain again though. I can't see whether it will. I don't know.
I don't know. Look, those clouds don't look. I don't know. Yeah, the sun has definitely disappeared from the stadium area.
But it's still dry. They're still on the correct tyres for the moment. And as we say that, wait a minute. The wipers have come on. So the wipers have got. Matty has pitted. Matty has pitted. Fuel. Absolutely at the right time, because the rain has just started, but then it's not wet enough to go onto anything other than slicks. So he's in for an interesting decision. Everybody else has carried on.
I'm just going to see. Let's just see if is it a shower or is it a...
Well, it looks like it's just a sprinkle at the moment, because the wipers were on, but they've stopped again on Legion's car. So yeah,
this is a bit like Spa, where it rains on one part of the track.
Just a bit of a passing shower by the looks of that. It's not actually going to do anything. Matty's gone on to intermediates. Well, that's a bit early for that, I think, because the track is still dry. Even if it's raining, it's still dry. So unless it gets really wet really quickly, Matty could start cooking his tyres, and that could put him in trouble getting to the end. There's only going to be a couple of laps left for him. And Legion must have got onto the curb. He's spun and he's hit the wall. He's damaged my car. How dare you? I loaned you that car in good faith. Got on the curb. It's still wet on the curbs, of course.
Oh dear!
Straight into the. Why did you have to show that again?
You didn't
want back out.
Oh,
I didn't want to see that.
It's not just
now it's definitely raining.
It's not a sprinkle.
That is not a sprinkle now, is it?
As Danny C
is all over the place. Danny C.
Danny C is also worn softs.
Well, this is an absolute. Matty has pulled an absolute
blinder.
Stroke, because he pitted for fuel at the exact moment when it started raining. He might have a 3-second penalty, but he will not care a jot about that, because everybody in front of him is on the slicks, struggling to get even round the corners, let alone into the pit.
Matty will be giving the royal wave out. He'll be dropping the window, giving them a royal wave.
Absolutely, because
something similar to a wave, anyway.
Well, he might crash laughing, mightn't he? Because he's on the correct tyres, and everybody else struggling to get back to the pits. They're only going to be hemorrhaging time. And Matty, even if he goes onto the wetter part of the circuit, doesn't matter.
As we see Southport coming in. So is Danny C? Danny C's coming in.
Pits. Yeah,
they're all coming in. So now Matty is going to be waving out the window.
they had no choice, did they? Because the conditions have properly changed now, and they are all over the place. What's Butler doing? He's got to come in. Yes, he does. So Matty is just going to drive past them all. They're all in the pits. They haven't even started changing tyres yet.
What tyres is Drew on?
I was going to say, well, looking at that, he's not on wets.
He's on worn intermediates now.
He is on worn intermediates. Oh, I can't see him making this one to the end. But
as you see, Matty
all exit to come out.
I thought Matty would have made up a few more positions than he did.
I was expecting that. I was surprised that he didn't make up as much positions. I think a bit of a touch. Danny C and Matty and Legion looking down to make.
But Matty's given the place
got
back.
Danny inside. Well, he's trying to give the place back, but Danny can't get the grip to get back in front. So while those two were doing that,
and
the
Matty
door
drifting.
just absolutely open. Well, we're gonna have to call Legion Moses, aren't we? Because the doors just the waves just parted, and he went straight down the middle. So it's quite fitting. But although he has got a 3-second penalty,
this is gonna. Will he serve this, or will it be added to his time?
It's that's a no. He's done it so far back, so he's going to be dropping all the way back now. And that's going to be problematic for the championship for the constructors, because he's going to fall behind Danny. Audi are currently leading the constructors, so Southpaw is looking like on his debut. No, it isn't, because he won last time.
His second race.
Second race, but it is raining, and he is. I said this before.
It is dark. It is wet, and you've got your wish, Marty.
And he's on the wets, he's on the correct tyres, and he is just pulling away from those behind. He has got I thought Matty played a blinder, but I did see how Southpaw did this. But absolutely fantastic.
He came in with
here.
1 minute on the clock, and he came in and he didn't pit for fuel. He just came in and just quickly. Look at that! Whoa. Hang on a minute.
You can't do it now. He's just about to cross the line.
Oh no.
What a drive, fantastic, absolutely brilliant. Pitted at the right time, put the right tyres on.
Superport coming over around the final corner to take the victory. Take the victory in the feature race. What timing, Superport.
Well, Charlie Cox once famously said, Fords, it's an acronym for floats on race day, and that is quite fitting for those conditions, isn't it? But Danny comes home in second place. Matty managed to get third, and Legion in fourth. So that is Audi winning the Constructors' Championship.
So it is a double for Audi.
It is another double.
That last lap was pain, says Smorg. I'm just gonna. Can you add the drivers to the party?
Yeah, hang on, bear with me 1 second.
Let's go on the man of the moment here, Danny C. When they cross the line, Danny, do your usual, mate. The top three. See if you can do some donuts. Where's Legion? Yeah, join them at the top. This is brilliant.
I've invited our race winner in as well. Hopefully he's got his headset and he can join us. That'll be good. But yeah, what a fantastic race. I mean, you know, you can see these two going side by side, just showing off a little bit there and acknowledging each other.
Do you think that caught them by surprise? Did they think the Codger would be that evil?
They must know you by now, surely, and it's the final. Why wouldn't you be? It definitely. I was going to say it threw a spanner in the works, but it threw an umbrella in the works, didn't it? It
certainly did,
absolutely brilliantly. But what a championship we've had. Regardless of who won and who did what, it was just absolutely fantastic result for everybody there.
Back out on track if you want to, Danny. Let's see if we can get some. Hang on. Maybe you'll get the message. I'll put it in here.
Well, I did add. I thought I added them to the. Sent them the invite on the chat, so hopefully they've seen that and they will be able to join.
Here we go. Here's Danny C. Oh,
I'll send out another invite just in case.
See if he's going. He's going to the runoff area. As we see our winner, Danny C, takes the crown for Jimmy Codger's British Touring Car Championship Season 3, won here at the Nurburgring. What a drive, Danny. Two-time champion now in the touring car series that I've run on here on the GT7. And he stuck with Audi, never let him down. So absolutely fantastic night, Danny. You've come out here, you're always saying this. He said, let's get down to business and let's do the talking on the track. Well, tonight you've certainly done that, matey. And I think, have we got anybody else joining him? No. Obviously Danny there doing his victory donuts. Give us a lap of honour, Danny. Give us some drifting. As we get a flash of the lights from Danny there, lapping it up. Join the chat if you can, Danny. Well, you're on. I don't know if you're still streaming. You must be still streaming, but if you can join the chat, we'd love to have you in the chat. Have we got Team Nissan in the chat?
I think we've got Legion in.
Hello, how you doing?
Oh, how was that for you, mate?
It was fun, man. Just I got a little bit cocky trying to get the fastest lap, and yeah, I pushed it a little bit too hard, and that spin cost me everything. Because I would have made the pit lane perfectly fine if I didn't spin, because I was obviously about 6 seconds.
I'm sending you the bill for that. You damaged my car.
Mate, your car's right, I preferred my own. But yeah, no, I think really and truthfully that spin's basically what caused that fourth place for me there, because I lost so much time trying to get back on the track. It just
well, there's the other incident that was unfortunate with Matty. They're coming together, wasn't it? But
yeah, I don't actually know what happened there, because we sort of battled through the chicane. He went wide and I went up the inside, and then it looked like he sort of come back at me, and then he went round. And
we'll find out. Like that, but I just want to quickly, Team Audi, Danny C, are you in the house?
There's no better feeling than feel like you're on top of the world.
Danny, I'm going to get myself a smoke. The comms are all yours, mate. Danny, congratulations from myself and Adam. Season 3 winner of the British Touring Car Championship, held here at Nurburgring for the final. What a season you've had, mate. Absolutely superb. You've all provided excellent entertainment. But Danny, how was it for you, mate? How was that tonight? Did you think the Codger would be that evil?
You know what? Great things do happen for a reason, don't it?
Are you in the shower, Danny? Oh no, you're not.
I'm just letting it all soak in, like, as it's just, from the moment I began the season on the right foot, from pre-season testing to the moment I got into this position at the Nurburgring and stood a chance of winning the Drivers and Manufacturers Championship, and as I kept going, I had to keep pushing. I never give up until the end. And
it does sound like you're in the shower.
It's man.
Dear me.
I mean, I'd just like to thank mostly to my family, my friends, those that follow me, like wherever you're from, and for those of you who don't follow me also, then thank you for the motivation as well. And I'm sure that you'll appreciate the competition I provide you.
Shout your channel out, Danny. Shout your channel out.
And of course, that to do it like from my perspective, it's Danny C, which is the same as PSN name this time around, and to do it for the second time, it just makes it ever so sweeter, doesn't it? So, and of course, I also just want to thank Audi. So many Spencers to thank. Don't take it personal, mate, if I missed any names out, because there's just so many names to thank. So yeah, obviously, like, what a way to finish off on the season with a win and almost winning on the feature. But what really matters is just the day that goes to the champion.
Thanks again, Danny, for just showing your dedication and commitment to this. And we'll get a word from Matty. I'm sure Team BMW in the house. Matty, you pulled an absolute blinder. We thought Matty's got it here. We thought you'd gain a lot more positions when you pulled the master stroke.
What was that? I had no idea what was going on.
Well, you pitted for intermediates. Everybody else was on slicks.
Oh, right.
At the end.
I knew it was going to rain. I'd dearly done that a lap later, but no, I just had no idea what was going on. I meant to pit. I think I meant to pit inters before, but I picked a second set of wets, so I still messed it up anyway. So.
Well.
Matter. I think I got about 3 pit lane penalties as well.
Oh dear!
And I couldn't work out where I was getting them. It must have been riding too much curb on the
I think it's on the exit. It's just coming over the
white. I
white.
get one on the exit because I think I was on slicks and I thought, oh, it's wet. I want to get straight onto the dry bit as quick as I can. And I'm like, oh no, of course. No, I think that was the first one. And I thought, the pit lane penalties is on. But yeah, I think I was getting them on the way in. So I don't know. So I had about 9 seconds worth of pit lane penalties.
But you gave it your all, and you provided us with some fantastic entertainment the whole season, Matty.
Cool. I didn't spin, so I'm happy with that.
Well, we were expecting this. We were expecting a Matty drift show. Because we know you've got the good car control. But Adam, any questions from you? Any comments from you for these guys?
Well, just to echo what everybody's already said, and everything in the chat as well. Congratulations to everybody. Congratulations to Danny, Matty, and Legion for doing such a fantastic job all season. We obviously have to thank you for all your support and watching, whether you've been racing. It's been absolutely fantastic, and thanks to Jimmy, obviously, for putting on such a great show. It's whoever came out on top, as I said before, was going to be a worthy champion. But just been brilliant all season, and congratulations to everybody.
Give us a lap of honour, Danny, before we close the lobby.
Sure.
But well, ladies and gentlemen, that is season 3 done and dusted. I can honestly say I've enjoyed every single minute of it. There's been blood, sweat, tears sometimes. I've had to race these races that these guys have done. I've had to race them. Now you can understand how much that will pulling my hair out, what I've got left of it. But I don't just chuck a few figures together and chuck the random tiles together. I actually raced the feature race 3 times to make sure it works, and yeah, safe to say I'm nowhere near these times, but the amount of effort that goes into it, and Adam in the background has been by my side for consultation and advice all the way through season 2 and all the way through from season 1.
And abuse, don't leave that out.
Well, yeah, they already know that, but hopefully you'll put that in a bag for about 5 minutes. But no, I can't thank you enough, Adam. And as we see Danny do one final lap of the circuit here, and then I'll close the lobby. But there is your winner, ladies and gentlemen, Danny C, Season 3 champion of Jimmy Codger's British Touring Car Championship here on GT7. So, what a season it's been. Absolutely incredible. I mean, we've been on the edge of the seats every race, haven't we, Adam?
Yeah, absolutely. The racing has been absolutely fantastic. Yes, there's been incidents, but it's a classic touring car scenario, isn't it? If it didn't have bumping and it didn't have incidents, it would be boring. The liveries have been fantastic, as we've always said, and yeah, what a season to win for Danny C. It's been probably one of the strongest and most difficult championships, I would have thought, in terms of calibre of drivers that have been entering in. That's not to single anybody out. That's not to single anybody out at all. We've had some great championships, but I think to win this one in the style that he's done it, he can be properly proud of that. And absolutely fantastic. Let's hope that we can follow this up with a season 4. That would be brilliant if we can do that.
Well, watch this space, ladies and gentlemen. After what we've seen this season, there will be a season 4. There you are, you heard it here. Do a donuts on the line, Danny, and then I'm going to have to... you exit the pits, do some donuts. There we go. Danny celebrating his win. Well done again, Danny.
Thank you.
Well done, mate. Right, I'm going to wrap up.
Can I just say?
Yes.
Can I just say, like, thank you for running this amazing competitive championship, and for the comms, Adam as well, and Wally, of course, who also played his part in one of the races too. And and I just want to say, like, well done to Matty Cake and Legion, like, who've been keeping me on my feet for the whole season, even though that Legion did himself proud, like, to be there and thereabouts, and to those of us who took part, like, well, thank you ever so much for taking part and enjoying the competition, regardless where you finish. It's not about the winning, it's about enjoying yourself. And it's like I was saying before, that I jumped into the interview, and then to anybody out there who dares to dream to achieve the impossible, if anybody could do it, you could do it too. Believe in yourself, keep going, keep pushing, and never give up until the end, because life is worth living. And you know what? Great things do happen for a reason. And it feels like I'm just getting started for the next step.
Well, we'd love to see you on the grid for next season to try to defend your title, Danny. But just going to type a quick message in the chat.
We have to congratulate Southpaw as well on taking a fantastic win at the end there. Just seen him reminding us in the chat. Sorry, Marty. We kind of forgot about you a little bit there with concentrating on the championship. But a fantastic race from Marty there, winning that final race in difficult conditions. Played an
his
absolute
favourite
blinder.
Conditions.
His favourite conditions. Played an absolute blinder, and hopefully he will be available to join us for season 4 as well.
Right, well, I'm going to close the lobby. I'm going to put the scapes on. I'm sure everyone's heard enough of us jabbering away. But I am going to be taking a break now. A well-earned break, and I can hear everybody
Much
needed, as well as you, Adam. I can hear everybody cheering in the background.
They're cheering that I'm going on holiday, not just you.
Oh, so, yeah, I'm going to be taking a break. And yes, there will be a season 4, but I will get to that on Scapes. 2 seconds. Oh, you have to go through so many menus, don't you? Right. Oh, hold on a minute. I need to change the car.
I don't know, that would be quite fitting, wouldn't it?
Should we do?
Might as well, for the laugh.
Yeah.
It's an iconic 90s thing, as we said, so why not?
Yeah. Well, just quickly, I know we've run on a bit longer than we normally do. We've still got 5 watching, so thank you ever so much to everybody who's tuned in over the series. Captain Colossus, shout out to you, matey. Great to have you in the chat. Lovely to see you there, matey. Chin up. Give us a call. We're well overdue a chat. So, as I was touching on earlier, this series has been. I'm absolutely blown away, to be honest. I've got history with marshalling in this era. Adam is the #1 touring car fan. Without his knowledge, I couldn't have done any of this to the same degree of accuracy, and I'm humbled, overwhelmed at how popular this has become, and I will keep on doing this as long as the demand is there. And from the comments and the feedback I'm getting, the demand is there, people love it, and as Danny mentioned there, for providing competitive racing all through the season. It's been an absolute pleasure to watch. So how can I deprive anybody? If people want it, then I will quite happily provide it. So season 4 will be going ahead. I'll be taking a break now for a few months. It'll be after Christmas, probably early into the new year, but there'll be plenty of information out there as soon as we've gone round the dealerships and seen what deals we can get on cars, because we're going to have to buy about 15 cars. So see who gives us the best deal, see what manufacturer we can use for season 4. Adam, can I count on your support?
Yeah, absolutely. If this is anything to go by, then you're going to need help for season 4, aren't you?
I need help now. So without any further ado, keep your eyes peeled on Instagram, at Jimmy Codger Racing. There'll be announcements on there. Also on Discord, I will put out, and on my YouTube channel on here, I will be also putting out any information relating to season 4. But for now, I'm going to take a well-earned break, put my feet up, relax, and look back on some of the races and just look back at the memories and, yeah, just sit there. So, thank you once again. Any final words from you, Adam, before we wrap up the stream?
Mate, you summed it up perfectly. I don't think I can add any more to that. I'm just looking forward to season 4 like everybody else.
Oh, what a gent. What a gent. So, without any further ado, that is Jimmy Codger signing off for Btcc Season 3. Done and dusted. Won by Danny C for Team Audi, who also picked up the Manufacturers' Championship also. So it's another double. So, until we meet again, this is the Codger signing off. Take care, everybody. Stay safe. I'm not disappearing completely. I will be in the Discord, but I won't be on the airwaves for a few months. So keep your eyes peeled. All the information will be revealed. So take care, everyone. Good night, and catch you soon.